Hello, good morning, students. How are you today?
Good morning.
Miss.
Good morning.
All right, glad to hear that. Before we are going to start this lesson today, I would like to invite you to pray together. And I will lead the prayer. Prayer starts. Prayer ends. Well, I would like to continue, and I'm going to check your attendance. If you are present today, please raise your hand or say hello to me so I know whether you are present today or not. First one is Dian Asyuni Pranika,
Present, Miss.
Dwi Partriastini,
Present, Miss.
Desita Nadia Winarti,
Present, Miss.
Sindu Wedarta,
Present, Miss.
Cynthia Dewi,
Present, Miss.
Utami Dewi.
Present.
So all students are present today. Let's start our material. Let me share my screen. Our material today is about invitation.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
That's it. Let's continue. Now our activity is literation activity. I'd like to choose 3 of you to answer these questions. These questions are related to this picture, as we have seen together. The first question, I will choose Desita Hadia Winarti. Could you answer the first question, Desita? What is the picture about?
Okay, I think the picture is about invitation card.
Well,
Yes.
good answer. And how about the second question? I'd like to choose Dwi Partriasti. Who is the inviter of this invitation card?
The inviter is Jessica, Miss.
All right, good. And the third question, have you ever been invited by someone? Actually, yes, indeed, because almost all of you have been invited by someone. This is the explanation of invitation card. What is meant by invitation card? Invitation card is a notification media in the form of a written greeting given to people to come to a place. So if you have a party and you need to invite someone, you can use this invitation card to invite someone. And there are 2 kinds of invitation card. The first one is formal invitation card, which are issued by agencies or companies. For example, our university, the school, and while the informal invitation card are distributed to family, friends, or relatives. So if you have a 70th party and you want to invite your friends, you may use this informal invitation card, not formal invitation card. And this is the example of formal invitation card. As you have seen, this is the card and this is the description. You may be classified by yourself, like Mr. and Mrs. Gwynday is the name of host, and you can classify by yourself. And this is the example of informal invitation card. This is the letter, and this is the description. Let's continue. There are 3 expressions used of invitation card. The first one is how to invite, how to accept, and how to refuse. Here are the explanation. How to invite someone. If you want to invite someone to come to your party, you may use these expressions. Like, I'd like to invite you to, I wonder whether you would care to come on. And could you come to, etc. And how to accept an invitation. You can say, thank you, I'd love to. And that would be wonderful. Sounds great. Yes, with pleasure. And you can add more than these examples. And how to refuse an invitation, you can say, I'm sorry, but I have other plans, or I wish I could, but and I'd really like to, but, or sorry, I have already made plans for. If you want to refuse an invitation because you have any plans or any obligations. That's it, our material today. Now is your time to associate. Whether you have any confusion about our material, please ask to me. If you have any questions related to this material before we are going to continue to practice the dialogue, please ask to me. Yeah, do you have any confusion about our material today?
Yes, I would like to ask you something. That you say the invitation card is written form but I would like to ask about can be spoken also. Thank you.
Good question, Cynthia. So, as I have explained before, invitation card is a part of written form and couldn't be spoken. If you want to invite someone by using spoken invitation, you can directly call them or you can visit their house. So you don't need to give them the invitation card because the invitation card is only in written, in the form of written, not spoken. Is it clear for you?
Yes, Miss. Thank you.
Well, how about others? Maybe Utami Dewi, you have any question?
Yes, ma'am. So I would like to ask about RSVP. What is RSVP, ma'am?
Good question, Dayu. So RSVP is coming from Francis language, which means the confirmation that was made by the invitee and sent it to the inviter. If you have, if you want to come to the party and you want to get confirmation, you may send it by the email by using RSVP. So it isn't a must, but you have to. If you need, you can. Is it clear for you, Dayu?
Yes, ma'am. I got it. Thank you.
Well, now is the time to practice a dialogue. Here is the dialogue. I would like to invite two of you to practice this dialogue, and the rest of your friends will answer my questions, maybe 2 or more questions related to this dialogue. I'll choose Dwi as Nita and Dian as Vera. Could you?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Time is yours.
Hi, Vera. How are you?
Hi, Nita. I'm great.
I would like to invite you to my birthday party on Sunday. This is my invitation card.
Wow. Okay. I'd love to come at 4 p.m. Right?
Yes, I invite Paul and Ola and Juana too.
Well, I'll come over with them.
Great. See you, Vera.
See you, Nita.
Well, great performance. Thank you, Dwi and Dian. Now I'd like to invite Cynthia to answer the first question. Cynthia, who is the inviter of this dialogue? Could you answer?
Yes, the inviter is Nita.
Well, good answer. And the second question, I'll choose Desita. Desita, when will the party held? Could you answer that question? When will the party start or held?
I think the party held on Sunday at 4 p.m.
Good, good, good.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
And the last question, I'll choose Sindu. As you have seen in this dialogue, which types are used in this dialogue? Formal invitation card or informal invitation card?
It's informal invitation card, Miss.
Thank you. Good answer. So that's it about our material today. I would like to give you an assignment. Your assignment is about making an invitation card, and I'll give you the platform or the format. You can choose whether you need to choose formal invitation card or informal invitation card. And the assignment should be submitted next week. And after that, we are going to I'll give you some exercises related to the invitation card, both written test and spoken test. That's it, everyone. Before we are going to close, I would like one of you to conclude this material today. I'll choose Sindu to conclude this material today. Could you, Sindu?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, please. Time is yours.
So the conclusion for today's material is there are 2 kinds of invitation card, formal and informal. And also there are 3 expressions used in invitation card. There are how to invite, how to accept, and how to decline. That's all, Miss. Thank you.
Well, great conclusion. So we have been discussing about informal invitation card and formal invitation card, as well as there are 3 expressions used in invitation card, like how to invite, how to accept, and how to refuse or how to decline. That's all, everyone. Now, let us close this material by praying together, and I will lead the prayer. The prayer starts. The prayer ends. Well, everyone, thank you for your coming and participation. Hopefully, all of you are in good health and always be healthy. See you next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.